New Holland is a global full-line agricultural machinery manufacturer founded in New Holland in Pennsylvania, manufacturing the likes of tractors, combine harvesters, balers, forage harvesters, self-propelled sprayers, haying tools, seeding equipment, hobby tractors, utility vehicles and implements, and also grape harvesters. Originally formed as the New Holland Machinery Company in 1895, the company is now owned by Case New Holland Industry and a company that's incorporated in the Netherlands. So obviously, New Holland is now based out of Turin, as we spoke about last week in our Fiat video, and this is a follow-up on the Fiat video. It's just another branch that's coming into that Case New Holland company that we want to take a close look at. So New Holland equipment is manufactured at 18 plants globally, as well as 6 joint ventures in the Americas, Asia and the Middle East. The current administrative headquarters are, as we said, in Turin, with New Holland in Pennsylvania serving as the brand North American headquarters. New Holland also owns trademarks for innovations on some of its products, such as the ABS Super Steer and the Opti fan system in its combines. So hello everybody, you're very welcome back to the channel. Thanks to everyone who liked, commented, and subscribed after last week's Fiat video. Yeah, a popular video, a lot of great history there, a lot of great comments, a lot of people with a lot of good memories about the Fiat brand, and pretty much all positive from what I can see. They were a great machine, still are a great machine, albeit under a different brand name now, as we are speaking about in New Holland. So yeah, it's been a busy week for me. So I've been out on the road a lot of machines looked at this week, and took a little trip up north last Monday to meet with somebody to do a little bit of flying for a few hours. So yeah, that was great. Nice spin up. Weather was great. Got out in among the clouds for a chat, and that's something that I'll speak about later on. So looking at New Holland, the history of New Holland. So New Holland, obviously, the history is the sum and integration of 4 agricultural brands that merged. So Ford, Fiat, Trattori, Claes, and New Holland. New Holland Machine Company was founded in a horse barn in 1895 by Abe Zimmerman in New Holland, Pennsylvania, and began producing agricultural products, including feed mills, to help the local farming community. The company was incorporated in 1903. So jumping on a little bit then, in 1947, the company changed its name to Sperry New Holland due to a takeover by the Sperry Rand Corporation. The same year, it made a major breakthrough in hay harvesting technology with the introduction of the Haybine mower conditioner, which remained in production until actually 2023. So that's a huge span from 1947 to 2023. In 1964, Sperry New Holland bought a major interest in Claes. Claes was founded in 1906 by Leon Claes, a Belgian mechanic. The firm started to build threshing machines, and in 1909 built a factory in it was in Belgium, Zwedegem in Belgium, where one of New Holland's plants is still producing harvesters. So by the 1960s, Claes was one of the biggest combine manufacturers in Europe. So obviously there's a lot of people watching this video that say are of maybe the more older generation, more senior generation, and I know there's a lot of you out there who have driven older machinery. So if there is anyone in the comments who has history with Claes combines, New Holland Claes combines, please feel free to drop a comment. Tell us what you think about them. So in 1975, Sperry New Holland introduced the world's first twin rotor combine, a successful technology that is still used today. So looking at Ford then, introduction of Ford. So in 1986, Ford bought Sperry New Holland and formed the Ford New Holland company. Before this acquisition, Ford had a long history in agricultural machinery production. In 1907, Ford came out with a prototype for the world's first mass-produced gasoline-powered tractor, named the Automobile Plow. 10 years later, this tractor went into actual production. It was renamed the Fordson Model F and produced by a new business, Henry Ford and Sons Company. So obviously the Ford Model F, we have spoken about that before in some of our earlier Ford and Fordson major videos. Yeah, very pivotal in the history of tractors. The Model Ford was obviously a very pivotal tractor. In 1939, Ford introduced the 3-point hitch, so the 3-point linkage, on the N series tractors, a very successful tractor family. In the 1980s, Ford was one of the major players and its tractor division have been responsible for a number of industrial innovations, including the use of power hydraulics, rubber pneumatic tyres, diesel engines, and a 3-point hitch. The hitch, of course, was originally developed by Harry Ferguson, but was widely used on Ford tractors. So, just getting back to my day last Monday flying in the north of Ireland. So, anyone who watches this video, I know there's a lot of people who watches my videos and also watches the Flying Fergie video. So, if you look down through the comments, he is a regular commenter. He regularly comments on my videos. Yeah, we've become friends. I suppose we've got to know each other pretty well over the last year or so. So I was delighted to be introduced or asked to travel up north to go for a flight with him for a series of videos that he's doing on his channel that he has spoken about before. So he's interviewing a lot of very famous names. Obviously, me not included, but I am being interviewed. I don't put myself in the famous category, but there are a lot of big names in the YouTube agricultural world being interviewed. So literally up for a flight, have a bit of chat, have a bit of crack, and it's all for a great cause, which is the air ambulance up around Newtownards. So all funds will go towards that. And anyone who doesn't know about the Flying Ferryman, doesn't subscribe, maybe pop over to his channel, have a look, and if you could support the channel in any way, or the videos in any way, that would go to raise a few much needed pounds for the air ambulance up north. It'll be very much appreciated, I'm sure. So yeah, thanks to Carl for the invite, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing the series of videos. I'm not looking forward to seeing my one, but I am looking forward to seeing the series of videos that you're doing with all the different YouTubers, and the very best of luck with that, Carl. And thanks. So moving on then. So Fiat was present in the agricultural machinery industry since the beginning of, obviously, the 20th century. In 1918, the Fiat Model 702 tractor was launched and went into full production a year later at a car and truck plant in Turin, and won the International Ploughing Contest in France. The Model 702 was the first Fiat agricultural tractor, as well as the first Italian tractor to be built on an industrial scale. In the 1930s, the Fiat's founder, Senator Giovanni Agnelli, wanted his tractor to become an integral part of Italy's agriculture, so he began an association with the Italian agricultural cooperatives. The company kept on growing, and by the end of the 1970s, Fiat Trattori had built over 1 million tractors. With the purchase of 80% interest in Ford New Holland by 1991, New Holland became a global full-line producer, and the integration process was completed at an official launch of the brand at the Worldwide Convention in Orlando, Florida in 1996. So that was when Fiat stepped in to take over, to buy out Ford New Holland. And as always, if there is anybody watching this video who has a New Holland tractor, or has had them, or has driven them, or has worked on them, or has any sort of history, maybe you work in Basildon, you work in the factory, or you used to work in the factory, please drop a comment into the comment section, and we'll get a little bit of a chat going on the history and different models. This video is not so much about models. I will have a little bit more of that in another video, combining the Fiat, Ford and New Holland models, having a chat about some of the different ones, but this is a history video. So yeah, if you have anything to say, please drop it in the comments, please give it a like, and please give it a share to anyone who you think might be interested. So looking at Case New Holland, so under the ownership of Fiat, New Holland and Case Corporation merged in 1999, giving birth to CNH, so Case New Holland. Due to antitrust policies, New Holland had to divest of the Laverda combines and versatile tractor plant in Winnipeg in Canada, and the old International Harvester plant at Doncaster in doing so. This facility was purchased by Landini, of course, which gave rise to McCormick tractors, a new line of models that the EU insisted upon being substantially different to the Case models which had been produced at the factory. So this was all anti-competition. It was, I suppose, to prevent a monopoly system. So that is where the McCormick tractors were born out of. So following the 1993 purchase, the joint venture was signed between the Ford Motor Company and the Mexican Quimco Group in 1990, and it was transferred to the New Holland Company in 1999. The name of the company was changed to Case New Holland de Mexico. New Holland Fiat India, previously New Holland Tractors India, was established as a 100% subsidiary of Case New Holland Global NV in 1996. The factory is situated in the greater Noida area of New Delhi. So looking through some acquisitions and partnerships, then in 1998, New Holland acquired Bison. So I would be familiar with Bison combines. A neighbour of mine had a couple of them down through the years. They were a good machine, Bison combines. So a combine manufacturer from Plock in Poland. It was designed machines for harvesting cereals, rapeseed, sunflower seeds, and of course other crops like wheat and barley. Bison held about 60% of the Polish combined harvester market, and it had begun sales expansion into Latin America, Pakistan, Belarus, and Ukraine. So although they weren't an overly popular machine here, when you have 60% of the Ukraine or the Polish market and beyond, they were a big company. There was a good few of them lying around Ireland. I don't know if they were sold new. I think they were only imported. I don't know if there was a Bison dealer. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyone that knows better, maybe drop a comment in the comment section. In 1998, New Holland signed a joint venture with Turk Tractor, a company belonging to the KOC Group, Turkey's largest industrial conglomerate. The factory based in Ankara had already been producing Fiat tractors since the previous joint venture with the Fiat Group in 1967. In 2011, the factory celebrated the production of its 600,000th tractor. Shanghai New Holland Agricultural Machinery Corporation Limited was established on January 1st, 2002 as a joint venture bringing together Case New Holland, Shanghai Tractor, and Internal Combustion Engine Corporation, an industry leader in the Chinese market. Today, it is one of China's largest joint ventures for agricultural machinery. Looking down through a few of the milestones then, so also in 2002, the New Holland TG tractor series was introduced, featuring the cat's eye lighting as dubbed by then Fiat chairman Paolo Cantarella. The free-form halogen lighting was a first, and not only in tractor design, but also in automotive design. The TG was the first styling effort by New Holland's newly named consulting designers and stylist Montgomery Design International, which had been a long-time firm of record in Case New Holland and International Harvester. A single sketch penned by owner and principal designer Greg Montgomery set New Holland's styling direction, which continues today in the complete range of all New Holland tractors. In 2009, New Holland Agriculture presented the world's first hydrogen-powered tractor, the NH2, at the SEMA Machinery Show in Paris, France, modelled after the company's T6000 tractor. The diesel combustion engine was replaced by two electric motors. In 2011, following the finalisation of the industrial agreement between Case New Holland and OJSC Kamaz, the newly formed industrial joint venture had started the assembly of New Holland's new tractor models, so the T9060, 9040, the T8050, and the CXX 780 and CXSX 7060 combine harvesters in its plant in Russia. In 2011, two new products were added: the T8 330 tractor and the CX 8080 combine. In 2022, New Holland released the T7 methane-powered LNG prototype, so liquefied natural gas, the world's first 100% methane-fueled tractor. The Super Steer front axle reduces the turn radius. This was a new system, a system that they had introduced. Super Steer front axle reduced the turn radius of the tractor. The front axle beam actually turns to give an effective angle of something around 65 degrees. The tractor turns tighter and faster, so it spends less time turning and more time working. The Super Steer light front axle also increases the wheelbase, with the weight at the front ballast resting directly on the front axle beam. Traction is enhanced in certain conditions without the need for extra ballast. Looking at a few awards and recognitions down through the years, then in 2014, New Holland released its first ever Class 10 combine, the CR1090, with 653 horsepower. It was the largest and most powerful combine on the market. Obviously, this machine has been superseded now by the 1190, which at the time, now speaking, it probably is the largest conventional combine. The next that would have higher horsepower and higher output. Obviously, it's a completely different machine, but the conventional combine, the New Holland 1190, would be the largest on the market at the minute. So on August the 15th, 2014, the CR10 set a new world record for combine harvesting, recognised by the Guinness World Records at 700 and 97.7 tons of wheat harvested in 8 hours. So that's good going. That's roughly 100 ton an hour on average. On April the 5th, 2017, a CR890 set a new world record for soybean combine harvesting, recognised by the Guinness World Record, with 439.73 tons of soybeans harvested in 8 hours. New Holland products have received numerous awards and recognition for innovation in industry down throughout the years. So yeah, an interesting company, one that has very green credentials. So it does push that electric end, that methane end, that hydrogen end. It goes after that market. There's a lot of research done through New Holland into that market. So that is where I'm leaving it. I didn't speak too much, as I said, about different models. I will get back to that to tie in a little bit of the Fiat and the New Holland and Case as well, the Case machines of today that obviously have all their roots in Fiat. And Case obviously down through the years. So that's it. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can give it a subscribe, give it a like, and drop a comment. It'd be very, very much appreciated, and share with anyone that you think might be interested. So until next week, have a great week, everyone, and thanks a million for watching.